Welcome back to the Impact Driven Entrepreneur Show. Today we are talking about KPIs or key performance indicators. You may have heard this term thrown around and are like, what is that? So in this video, I'm going to explain to you what key performance indicators are, why they are so important to growing your business online, and really creating consistent growth in your business. So click subscribe to catch all of our videos to help you grow and scale your online coaching or consulting business. Let's get into it. What are key performance indicators or KPIs? They are a number that we utilize to measure and be proactive towards the results we are trying to produce in our business, AKA this is everything, okay? When we are proactive, you are looking at the things that affect your bank account, for example, but instead of just looking at the bank account. So when you're looking at your bank account, that is actually a lag report. It is a number based on what you have done in the last 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. And with KPIs, it is that action that will cause that result, okay? And that's why it is so important. I'm going to repeat this in case it got a little confusing. A KPI is a proactive report or number you are looking at that will affect your bank account, okay? It is proactive because the activity you do today won't pay off for 30, 60, or 90 days, sometimes more. If you have really good momentum going after a year, you can see that if you're hitting certain numbers with your KPIs, you're going to be at a completely different place. And so knowing what these key performance indicators are allows you to actively and proactively build your business, know your numbers, and actually reach your goals. So instead of saying, I want to make $10,000 a month and being like, Anna, I have no idea what to do, you're like, no, this is what I've done for my KPIs. So I know we're going to hit that. Okay. And because you're proactive, you're able to grow in scale in a predictable and sustainable way year over year. We recommend these KPIs as a way of measuring yourself, your own performance, especially in the beginning, but also every member of your team needs to have a key performance indicator that they are responsible for. And that key performance indicator needs to be a profit producing key performance indicator that actually affects what we call the revenue line or the things that actually make you money, okay? What does that look like in a business? So I'm going to answer that in a minute, but before I do, let me take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Mariana, and I help coaches and consultants make multiple six figures using our signature framework, the Profitable Impact Formula. We coach you on leadership, systems, and neuroscience so that you can create more leads and sales faster and more efficiently. So let's say you have that goal to make $10,000 in sales this month. If you were to look at your bank account, it's not going to say $10,000 today just because you put the goal. And that can feel a little discouraging, right? And without knowing the KPIs, you'll have no idea if the work that you are putting in today is actually going to get you there. If on the other hand, that you need 10 people on a phone call and you will generally close $10,000 in business if you have 10 people on a phone call and your conversion, and I didn't do the math on this, so like your conversion is a certain amount and then your product is a certain amount and then you're going to get $10,000 and you've already talked to 8 people and it's not even halfway through the month, without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to hit that goal. And so you can move forward confidently knowing that you are on track to hit your goal. And what I see happening when people don't focus on KPIs and aren't aware of this is that they'll be like, literally, it's like those images you see sometimes where the miner is like this close to the goal and he stops mining, right? When you're this close to the goal and you stop mining because you lost sight of the vision, because you lost the awareness of how close you are to actually hitting gold. And let's talk about how you might use some of your key performance indicators in your business. So we use key performance indicators to manage, like for me, for example, what I focus on, what my team focuses on every single day. Instead of managing tasks, like instead of having your VA upload a video to YouTube or go on Instagram and talk to 20 people, like those are not goals that are going to necessarily move the business forward. Instead, you want them to be based on KPIs instead. There is such a difference in energy, in motivation, and in performance when you are dead set focused on a goal. So that is basically what the KPIs helps you to do. So instead of saying, go message people on Instagram, if you say, I need you to book 2 sales calls for me this week, that is a totally different focus. That person is going to go into it and maybe they'll talk to 20 people on Instagram, but maybe they'll do 20 other things. Or maybe they'll do 2 things that are like extremely effective, right? It's not about the activity going in as much as it is about the laser sharp focus on the numbers that actually matter to growth for your business. And what happens is when you're trying to do task management, let's say you have 4 team members or 3, you have 2 VAs, a graphic designer, and a podcast editor, okay? Then you're focused on just checkbox, and you have a higher workload because now you're having to delegate to each of those people what they have to do. When you are focused on KPI, they get into a leadership role. Another example of a KPI is pitching media outlets. If the goal is pitch 50 media outlets, and it's 50 media outlets that have an audience of 2 people each, then it's going to really not be moving your business towards where you're trying to go in terms of visibility. It's having a goal of, I want to speak on 3 whatever it is, 3 media outlets per week that have a total audience of this or higher. Now you're getting to a goal that is more manageable, that is going to actually create business growth for you instead of just a task that somebody is doing. Okay. So if you need help with crafting your KPIs for your business, let's hop on a strategy session and talk about how we can help you to up-level your business by getting really clear on your KPIs for yourself and your team. Go to impactdrivenentrepreneur.com/strategy to book your session and begin the process of chatting with me. I'll talk to you later. Oh, and if you're watching this, make sure you hit subscribe to watch more videos to help you grow your online coaching and consulting business. I'll see you in the next one.